Hello and welcome to a short instructional video on how to play the pilot role in Mechack. So you can see at the top here your power is charging up, so your engine is giving you power, that's great. So you've got a few commands available to you. Help is the most useful one. So you can turn, you can twist, and you can set your speed. Gyro at the present does nothing. Turn, twist and speed both accept one argument, and that argument can either be -1, 0 or 1. So in turn and twist, -1 starts you turning or twisting left, and 0 will stop you turning or twisting. Well, it will stop actively trying to twist or turn in that direction. And turn and twist 1 will start turning to the right, or twisting to the right. Speed works similarly. Speed -1 makes you go backwards, speed 0 stops accelerating, and speed 1 accelerates forward. So let's give a quick example. I'll go through your gauges. Up here you've got your torso offset, so your torso can twist left and right independently of your legs, and it can do so much quicker than your legs can turn, so it's good for getting your gunner lined up on a target more quickly. Heading, that's the heading of your legs, so that's what direction your legs are pointing. So at present I'm pointing at 0 degrees. Hold on, I'm going to cough. Sorry about that. My lungs are failing. So ideally this should be like more of a compass thing and less of a gauge thing, but the gauge library I'm using can't do 0 and 360 at the same point, so bear with me on that one, I'll fix it. And speed is your speed, obviously. You can either go negative or positive speed. Negative speed is obviously backwards. So let's say we want to twist -1, so that will start twisting to the left. Twist 0 will stop actively twisting to the left, but there's still a fair bit of inertia, so you'll still hit the limit. Say twist 1, start twisting to the right, and twist 0 really quickly, and that'll get us lined up on 6 degrees. So it's pretty tricky to get that balancing right, so you can line up on a particular heading. Speaking of which, heading, that's controlled by the twist. The turn. So if we say turn -1, we'll start turning to the left, and there we go. Turn 0. So this has a lot more inertia to it, and it's a lot more slow to get lined up on a target. So you'll be communicating a lot with your gunner and your recon to make sure you're pointing at the right heading for them to do their thing. I've saved speed for last because at present it's super duper annoying. Let me show you why. So I'll say speed 1 to start moving forward. You see our speed going up and our power really going down, and this annoying footfall sound starts playing. I think I might get rid of that. It's really quite grating. It's mostly the little sort of pop it makes at the start of the sound. I'm really looking at that to get rid of it. So I'll set speed 0, so that stops accelerating forward. So yeah, power's charging back up again, but it takes a while for us to come to a halt. I'm still tweaking the numbers, like the friction and the mass and the acceleration power and all that stuff. So all that stuff is really subject to change to make it more interesting. But I think this is taking way too long to slow to a stop. But that's basically it. Okay, well done. Bye bye.